Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So I came across this video and I thought I'd share this with you all because every day by day, these people look for a way to blame us for their faults. I mean, the things they did to people that look like me, they look for a way to move it straight up to us because we are always the problem, right? So I came across this video where they dropped it was just a white lady and a white man going back and forth about people that look like me, right? And the man started by saying that the system has already been set up, for people that look like me to progress and also get ahead of every other person, right? And also went further to say that like we can go to school free, like to have an opportunity and also we have better opportunities at job. Like I mean, getting job is easier for us. Going to school is free for us, but we choose a different path. And I am asking, which path is he talking about? Because I really need him to come out straightforward and talk to us and stop cutting the corner because I do not like it when people cut the corner. So now I am asking, what path is he talking about, and what exactly is he talking about that are free? Let me understand that. Now, trying to also tell us that we need to start taking accountability for what is going on in our community and for the things we are doing, right? Instead of waking up every day to blame them over what we are doing. You know what? Just hold on. Let's get into this video.
Now more than ever in this country, it is set up for minorities to get ahead in life. They can go to school for free or have opportunities at jobs, but choose a different path. They can go to school for free. Tell me more about that. If you are talking about the handful of scholarships available for which they are looking for non-white applicants, there are some of those that exist. Some, but as someone who has worked in a high school for decades, most students don't know how they're going to pay for college. Non-white students and white students. And they have opportunities for jobs. The system being set up to offer a handful of scholarships and for there to be some jobs available does not negate the systems that have been put in place for 150 years that continue to be a barrier for many Black, brown, other people of color, and frankly, poor white people in this country. But they choose a different path. Yeah. So here's what I know. And I don't consider myself an expert in many things, but I do consider myself an expert in young people, teenagers. And I have never met a kid that doesn't want to be successful. They maybe have never felt successful. They don't know what that feels like to know what to do to continue that path, but they want to be successful. So if someone says you can go to school and it's going to be free, that would happen. That would be something that would be taken up on. But I can't tell you the number of highly successful, academically successful students that I've had who have no idea how they're going to pay for school. And yeah, for some of them, there's financial aid. But for many of them, it's not enough. But let's get down to how it is that you're able to sleep at night, Gary. Knowing there's a handful of scholarships, knowing that there are jobs available, I mean, okay. Yeah, there's jobs available for people. I'm not really sure what that point was. I know that that's what helps you sleep at night. I get it. I know looking at this stuff and trying to digest that there could be something systemic going on in our country. Trying to digest that perhaps the white supremacy culture that we are established upon could be impacting non-white people. That's tough because it makes us, white people, look bad. And one of the key tenets of white supremacy is that we are good and we are doing good things. And to think that maybe there's something going on that could change, these aren't insurmountable problems. Requires us to do some introspection and to take a look at our belief systems and to really come to terms with who we are and what we represent. And so here's what I ask you to do. I really want you to think about why, because we're going to go back to the original comment, which was about accountability. Why is it, if you're right, and what I'm hearing you say is young black men specifically are making poor choices. They could go to school for free, or they could go get a job, but instead they're choosing other things because of their culture. Why? And then work backwards. What may have caused that, if that in fact is what's happening? I'm going to go ahead and ignore the condescension in this one, but this commenter says that consequences basically are necessary. And I agree that consequences are necessary. When we're talking about systemic racism, when we're talking about problems within the criminal justice system, we have to remember that there are marginalized communities that are aggressively targeted. And many people, frankly, if you're poor in America, you are targeted for minor offenses that would never be called in other communities. Now, the argument could be made, well, should they not be, still breaking the law? And we could talk about that. But that is not what's filling our prisons. Our incarceration rate here in the United States is so significantly higher than anywhere else in the world. And why is that? I have some ideas, but it stems from the abolishment of slavery, legal slavery, except in the case of when the law is broken and someone is imprisoned, then slavery is legal. And that's what the amendment says. So we are maintaining a system to keep our prisons full. And who is suffering? Black, brown, and poor white people. And here's the real question, though. Is it working? Is our country safer as a result of this? No. No, our country is not safer. So it's not working. And while there needs to be consequences for, you break a law, there should be a consequence. The way we are doing this is not effective, and it's really not efficient. And now that prisons are becoming privatized, all of the systemic racism and classism is for profit, and it's a problem. We would save so much money if we would do more restorative practices and rehabilitation as opposed to just throwing people in prison. It's, again, not a system that is effective or efficient. So let's think. If I had been an enslaved person brought to America against my will and forced to work and be beaten and barely eating and all sorts of horrible things, ripped away from my family, not being able to start my own family, having be the property of this person who bought me, but not only me, but all of my offspring also become their property. And now I become free because times are changing. So great. Some enslaved people are becoming free. So now I'm a free black man. And what would make me decide to start owning enslaved people? What would make me start wanting to do that? We're going to use our critical thinking skills here, and we're going to come up with the reason why this statement could be true. That's a very specific number. Not sure where that specific number is coming from, but let's think about why a formerly enslaved black man would choose to buy enslaved people and now essentially own other people. Why would they choose to do that? I know you can figure it out. So let's use our critical thinking skills here and see if we can't come up with a reasonable answer.
So this is all I'll go from this video. And first of all, I'm going to start from where he said that black people, he was like, now more than ever in this country, it's set up for minorities to get ahead in life. I really do want to know what it's kind of being set up for minorities, especially black people, to be ahead of every other person, and that they go to school for free. And I am still looking for the school that is free, and the opportunities at job. Black people have more opportunities at job, but they chose different path. That is, they probably choose to do bad things instead of going to school, because according to him, school is free for black people. And black people also have so many goodies, like free things, and you are supposed to excel. So for you not to excel is your problem. This is according to what this person wrote. And I am also asking, why are they not so excelling? Because it can be wanting or saying what is happening in black community without saying what is also happening in your own community. What is happening in your own community, right? The truth is that you already know that what he said is not true. It's all lies, because I can't remember the last time schools are free. Even when did colleges become free, right? When did school become free? Is it like public school for high school? Is that what he's talking about? Because I don't get it. And what is it? What is that structure that is actually made for black people to finish school and excel without to be ahead of all that? It's really amazing how these people come out online to lie to themselves or say some untrue stories about black people. See, I am not going to lie to you. I know that there are so many things affecting black people, racism, Jim Crow, and all that, segregation, which somehow we all think it's all gone, but they are still under here, lying down and with all that, Black people are still excelling. I am not going to deny that. We are really excelling. Black people are really doing great for themselves. Is that structure that is actually built to limit their, their shine? Yes, which is systemic racism, right? So this system was actually designed to stop them from some certain things or to make sure that they are not leading and the rest of, but still they are breaking the barriers and excelling in so many things, right? And the fact that people think that they have done the best that they could do, because to them, each time we try to talk about racism and all that, they are always like, are you not supposed to be grateful that you were brought in the United States from Africa, and that right now you have all the, like, according to them, you have all the opportunity to be whatever you want to be, to do whatever you want to do, to excel in whatever you want to do, right? This is what they say. So you are not supposed to talk about anything that is affecting you, because there is nothing affecting you anymore. Like, you all should really be very grateful and very lucky that, they brought you people here to, do better. And you are still complaining. No, it's really amazing how we wake up every day to things, stories like this. Every day they want to give you a reason why you should not be complaining, because this is also part of it. The way he made it that you go to school for free and you have opportunities at job. Is it the same job? Okay, now I probably might have told you people, or I probably might have said this here several times about a boy who has actually sent out so many CVs. He has sent out so many CVs. So he decided to change his name. The young man changed his name to name, and most of the jobs that he applied for, he reapplied for them with those names, and he got calls. And when he got there, they were surprised, like, you are not supposed to be someone that look like me. And he is planning on suing them. I don't know if he has sued them or something, but this is a real story, right? I can also remember some people making calls to rent an apartment, and probably they sound very wide. And when they get to the place they are supposed to go, probably check the apartment, they will tell you that, I'm sorry, the house is no longer for rent because we do not, it's only for a specific kind of people. I don't know if you get what I am saying. So all these are happening because he is trying to tell us that all the system is working very well for you to make sure that you excel and all that. But we chose the wrong path. And which wrong path is he talking about? It's just really amazing how these people wake up and all they want to do is stereotype Black people for not just raising and all that. And then went further to say that instead of us to take accountability for what we are doing, we are always out there blaming someone else and all that. Like, when we continue to blame other people for our own failure and all that, that we are not going to excel or succeed and all that. See, number one is that nobody is complaining. We are not complaining. The only thing we are working towards is to dismantle the system that is built to affect people that look like me, because that system is working against my people. That is the only thing we are complaining about. You all are not important. You already know that, right? So get out of the way. And then the fact that I keep saying this, that we don't want to be so oppressed. Like, each time we talk about slavery, look at how there was 760 Black freed people that owned slaves in America. And they forgot that their founding fathers, this is actually not true. Their founding fathers, the ones that they are so much into, the ones that they cannot do without, their own slave. The fact that they always look for a way to tell Black people that, we also were slaves, right? Back then. Forgetting that there is difference between child slavery and indentured servitude. I wish most of my people had that opportunity to pay off their debt and forge ahead with their lives and all that. You already better tread with caution, because every day by day you all look for a way to gaslight people like that look like me. If you have nothing good to say, go and sit down. We are really tired of you all BS, and you all can do better. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.